Let's all renew our faith, our religion, our shahadat. Say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. All kinds of knowledges must go back to the shahadat. Every knowledge in this world or in these worlds, every knowledge in the skies, every knowledge in every alam, knowledge of dunya, knowledge of ahirat, it has to go back to the shahadat. If it does not go back to the shahadat, that knowledge, it is a cursed knowledge. It is not knowledge that is coming from the divine. If it's not coming from the divine, ilahiyat, ilm, then the ilm, the knowledge is coming from nafsani, from your nafs, from shaitan. That kind of thing is knowledge too, but it is a knowledge that is going to bring you to the fire. It is a knowledge that is bringing you to trouble and dangerous areas 24 hours, 7 days a week. It is not a knowledge that is going to bring you light. It is not a knowledge that is going to bring you truth or nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a knowledge that is going to put a barricade between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The pillars of Islam, it is 5. What are they? Shahadat. To say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasul. Iqam salah, your prayers. Ita'u zakah, Saum, in the month of Ramadan. Going to the hajj. Giving the shahadat, you pray. You fast. You give zakat, you go to the hajj. If your prayer is not bringing you a better understanding and is not protecting your shahadat, then that shahadat, there is something wrong there. And the shahadat can get weak. The shahadat can be corrupt. While you're saying with your tongue, while you're saying, today's people, they get very impressed if you speak with perfect lughatul Arabiya. You can speak with the perfect Arabic accent, but if it has no meaning, and if the meaning, when you say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, it is corrupt. When the meaning that you say Muhammad Rasulullah, it is corrupt. Where you're not putting Allah first, and you're not following the lifestyle and the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ first, no matter how much you say it, how you say it, that shahadat, it is corrupt. And just with the shahadat, it is an endless ocean, of course. Their prayer is to protect the shahadat. If the prayer is not protecting the shahadat, it is vulnerable. Even if the shahadat, it is sincere. But because you are not praying, shaitan will penetrate some way, somehow, to take away that faith. You are praying, but you're fasting. You are stealing from here and there. You're fasting like an animal that is tied up outside without food and water. But once the food and water is given, they rush to it. You are fasting from food and water, but you're not fasting from your dirty characteristics. Then that other wall that is protecting the shahadat, it is broken. Shaitan may enter. Your zakat, we're speaking today. Zakat, from the halal money. Should we continue more? Zakat that is used and collected properly, zakat that is halal, in which billions of Muslims, they are playing games with this pillar of Islam, moving their money around when the time coming for zakat, so that it doesn't fall into that law of 1 year. So many things they may do. Zakat is there to protect. Fasting is there to protect. Your prayers are there to protect. Your shahadat, all these walls, they are rotten. Your shahadat is more corrupt. Because the prayer now, it is not just to speak with the tongue and to believe with your heart that shahadat, you speak with your tongue and you believe with your heart. Now, with the salah, with the prayer, now your whole body and your whole mind, your whole spirit now, it has to move a certain way, only in that way. No other extra you can take or you can take out or you can put. Now the whole body has to move according to that shahadat. For 5 times a day. With the fasting now, the fasting is recognizing Allah, who is not in need of anything, and understanding and recognizing how we are His weak creatures that is in need of everything from Him. Understanding that there is no ilah except for Allah. Now, you're not just putting 5 times a day that shahadat into your body. Now for 1 month, at least, your days and your nights must be according to that shahadat. Now your days and your nights according to shahadat, 1 month in a year. What else there is coming from you? Whatever that you earn from this world. Whatever that you earn from this world. Your wealth. That people they live to work. They don't work to live. Living, there's no working, there's no barakat. You keep working and you don't know what happened. There's nothing to show it for. You're not winning dunya, you're not winning ahirat. Now this zakat, whatever that you earn now, it does not belong to you. It belongs to Allah. It is an amanat. It is a trust that is given to you. Now whatever that you earn must declare that shahadat. Because now this is one step that man is saying, I'm working and I get this, so this belongs to me. Because I work, I get money and I buy this. This belongs to me. Nothing belongs to you. You cannot even bring it to your grave. It doesn't belong to you. You can put it in your grave. One day someone is going to dig it up and take it from you. Just like the Fir'auns. Now it doesn't belong to you. Your wealth, everything that you own, must recognize that shahadat. Hajj, the 5th pillar, that we're entering into the days of Hajj now. Blessed days? Definitely they are blessed. But are we pulling the blessings, this umat? Are we pulling the azab of Allah in these very holy times? You don't have to be a saint or a scholar to know whatever that is happening in the Haramain, it is not a blessing. It's a very big warning to the whole ummah to wake up. that you can build your buildings as tall as you want with all the technology. With just a little bit of a change in the weather, everything can melt. With just a little bit change in the weather, the sandstorms may come and it may strip your whole city, just like the city of Ad and Samud. Just with a little bit of fire, everything can finish. Those who say, no, this is just nature, it's nothing to do with anything, it's just some climate changes, then we say you don't have faith. Where do you think climate is coming from? Where do you think nature is coming from? So you're forgetting the creator of nature, the creator of the climate. Holy Prophet ﷺ, whenever he saw a dark cloud that is coming, he would get very nervous. He would go quickly inside, he would pray 2 rakat, he would come out again to check to see if the clouds are there. The clouds are still there, he goes back inside, he prays again until the cloud disappears. And he prays, Ya Rabbi, do not punish my nation like you punished the nation of Ad and Samud. But his nation is looking at these things, it doesn't mean anything. That means we don't live our life according to that shahadat. Now we enter into the season of the hajj. What is the hajj to do with the shahadat? Everything. Now you're supposed to leave everything and come back to your original, to say there is nothing except for Allah. Muhammad Rasulullah. You cannot just say La ilaha illallah without saying Muhammad Rasulullah. Alayhi salatu wassalam. So now the hajj, it is completely now leaving everything but the shahadat. Just taking the shahadat with you and visiting that holy house. Taking nothing, leaving everything. One shroud, one piece of cloth, white, that is supposed to symbolize the death. That you are going now on a pilgrimage to leave the dunya and to give you a reminder of the Mawla. Tell me if you go to Mecca and Medina and you're reminded of Mawla with all those shopping malls, with all those tall buildings, with all those timeshare hotels, with all those air-conditioned tents, with all those deluxe, super deluxe, premium packages. So your salah is not protecting the shahadat. Saying Allahu Akbar, your mind is everywhere else. Your fasting is just tradition, because later you're going to eat extra food that you never eat outside of the Ramadan. It's not declaring Allah's greatness and your weakness. The zakat, you're playing with it, still holding on tightly to it. And now the hajj has become what the Holy Prophet ﷺ had said in a hadith sharif 1400 years ago. He has warned us. He said, the hajj of my nation in the ahir zaman, it is a vacation for the rich. This is what prophets say. For the rich, the hajj is a vacation. Hajj, umrah, we may put inside too. Vacation. It is a business for the middle class. They're going there to bring their things to sell and to take things there. It is a time to show off, to make a big show for the scholars. Scholars going, big show they are making. And it is a begging time for the poor people. This is what Prophet ﷺ said 1400 years, and it is happening right now. So now, how is the Hajj going to support the shahadah? How is it? The Hajj is just a tradition, a practice. But the meaning of the Hajj is completely lost. You're saying, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, here I am. How are you going to say, here I am, when you are not there? Physically you are there, but your heart is somewhere else. Either you've left it back home, or you're looking forward to go home, or you're looking forward to see what you can get around. You're looking at that tall shaitanic clock tower, and you're looking at everything that is the signs of what? Of a group of people who hate the prophets and the holy people, and they destroy everything that is giving honor and value to the prophets and to the holy people, and who build buildings with no spirit, but it's just giving you the love of the dunya, not the ahirat. Any maqam, any dergah, any shrine you go to, it never makes you to fall in love with the dunya, never. No matter how beautiful it is, it does not make you to fall in love with the dunya. It makes you to fall in love with the ahirat, to leave this dunya. When you go there and you see everything there, it makes you to fall in love with the dunya. It's not reminding you of the ahirat anymore. Everything that is reminding you of the ahirat, except for the Kaaba, they destroyed. Allahu Alam if it's the same Kaaba. They destroyed, especially the reminders, direct reminders that you are going to die. So die like the friends of Allah. So they hate those power stations, those maqams and those turbas. They destroyed the Jannatul Baqi. They destroyed the Jannatul Mu'ala. Jannatul Baqi is in Mecca. Jannatul Mu'ala is in Medina. They destroyed that. That thousands of Sahabis, Ahlul Bayt, Awliya Allah, Salihin, they are buried. That pulls you away from this dunya to Ahirat, to remind you of Ahirat. They destroy and they build up what? They build up capitalistic centers worshipping the capitalism. So now, these are holy times. Holy times, you're either going to pull blessings or you're going to pull the azab of Allah. Just as Mecca and Medina, they are holy, correct? They're always saying, counting. I just saw something today. It's saying, if you want a tree to be planted for you in paradise, recite this. If you want treasures from paradise, recite this. If you want a palace from paradise, then recite this. So our religion, our zikr, has become so cheap. We're not doing it for the sake of Allah again. We're doing it to plant trees, to get palace, and to get some jewels from paradise. So where is the spirituality with that? Again, that is a nafs. It has nothing to do with the spirit. In Mecca and Medina, in these holy times, there are specific things that you do, and people, they're very quick to say, oh, if you pray one time here, you can get thousands, hundreds and thousands of rewards, sawab. If you pray over here, you're going to get this sawab, that sawab. But they also know to say, You cannot cut your hair when you are in ihram, correct? Until after. When you take off your ihram, then you cut it. There are so many laws that you cannot cut your nails. If you do something that is forbidden, you're going to collect a lot of heavy credit on the bad side. Meaning it's going to cancel your credit. You might have, we don't like to use the word sin, but we can get some sort of gunah for that. So, holy times, either you're going to attract a lot of barakat, a lot of rahmat, when you give it value, or you're going to collect a lot of gunah. May Allah make us to become more sincere and more intelligent. To collect just the rahmat and the barakat and the forgiveness in these holy times. To make us to become more sincere to understand. To make us to worship more and to understand why we're worshipping. And to keep our shahadah strong and intact in these last days. For the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Sultan al-Sahibu Saif, Al-Fatiha.